Microdosing is having a day. Microdosing entheogens in particular, which is fantastic because microdosing is much more accessible to people than massive experiences with the psychedelics. And sometimes people need to start in a gentle way to create relationships with these incredible healers. So it's wonderful that everybody and their grandmother is at least curious these days about connecting with entheogens via microdosing. But there's a lot of misunderstanding around the proper way, or I should say the most powerful way to microdose and to work with these medicines. And it's the antithesis of what we've been trained to do. So in our lives, most of us, because of the clinical medical world, we have been trained to pop a pill unconsciously and forget it and just assume it's going to magically work. That can do a little bit in the space of microdosing, but it is by no means the way to really create a relationship with these beings. So I'm here today to share with you the 5 levels of microdosing so that you can be empowered to make the most out of your commitment to connect with these beings, whether it be synthetic or organic. You're still creating a relationship and you get what you give. So level 1, the first level of microdosing, is exactly what I just described. It's what we've been trained to do, which is just to sort of unconsciously take a drug or a supplement and cross our fingers that it's going to work. Incredibly unconscious. So again, you can get some benefits, but not a lot. Level 2 is having an intention. Being more intentional about the reason why you're working with the medicine, and not just in a grand sense. So most of us are like, okay, I want more healing. There's something that you're seeking around the calling to work with them, but I'm talking on an individual day-to-day basis. Like most microdosing, though, you shouldn't be doing it every day. It's every 3rd day. That spaciousness gives some opportunity to reflect and to be introspective. But level 2 brings in a little bit of ritual and a lot of intention. It's like, even if you take 5 seconds before you take whatever you're working with and say, I'm doing this to connect to my heart. I'm doing this to heal my liver. Like, tell the medicine, remind yourself, tell the universe, be courageous enough to be vulnerable and declare what it is that you're seeking. And then visualize that happening. Feel the magic of the manifestation of saying, I say it and it is so. This is what I'm moving towards. Level 3 is adding in addition to having an intention, adding in reflection time, journaling, talking about what's coming up for you, asking yourself the fundamental question every day: how am I feeling? What am I processing? Measure this against the intentions that you've created so you can actually see success and also like the messages that are being relayed by these medicines in mysterious ways, always around what our intentions are. And we, in the shamanic space, we like to say that the plant medicines, they heal in order of priority. So you might be going to them for physical healing, but the physical healing that you're seeking actually has an emotional root. And so they might go there first and say, let's remember this thing that happened in your childhood and process the trauma, where you're like, what does that have to do with my digestion? It has everything to do with it. And so the medicines, in their wisdom, they know the order in which the priority is. And so to be mindful of what's changing in your body, in your awareness, insights coming in. Sometimes the plants speak to me in song lyrics, and a song I haven't thought of in a gazillion years comes in, and I'm like, ooh, there's significance around this lyric. So pay attention, journal, voice record, watch your dreams. All of these are places where communications are going to come in. And the more you are alert and aware of what might be shifting and changing, the more you can actually enjoy the incredible effects of working with these medicines. Step 4 is if you employ someone like myself and say, I want to work with an integration specialist, somebody that can reflect and help me connect the dots. Because again, the medicines work with a part of our consciousness that is not linear. And so the way that they communicate, it's kind of like, going to France and expecting yourself to pick up French immediately. It doesn't happen that way. And this is a language. They speak a language that is unique. And so people like myself that have been working with these medicines, I've been doing it for professionally 20 years, recreationally way before that. and really leaned into plant spirit communication, and specifically communication of plants like ayahuasca and wachuma. So to work with an expert that can help you connect the dots and figure out some of the symbolism, what it means to you, that's level 4. That's really amping it up because you're getting an outside reflection. And it's really hard to do our internal work without support, without somebody else to thoughtfully mirror back things in a way that maybe we haven't thought of them. And then level 5, the big guns, is doing all of those and also incorporating ceremonial doses. Now, depending on the entheogen that you are microdosing, some of them are friendly to solo sits like psilocybin mushroom, as long as you have had some experience on psychedelics and you know a bit about what to expect. Some of them, like ayahuasca, not appropriate at all to work in a solo setting because it's dangerous for many, many reasons. So it depends. Like if you have access to sitting with Aya and you're microdosing her, amazing. If you have access to Wachuma ceremonies and like you can incorporate occasional ceremonial macro doses to help like expand the relationship and the insight of the microdosing work that you're doing. Those are the big guns, not required, just showing you the levels that are available in terms of really getting the most out of the relationship. So of course, go to the level that most resonates with you, that is most accessible, but please don't stay at level 1 because you deserve to have more results and the plants deserve to have more of our reverence. So happy microdosing, happy healing, much love. Thank you for listening.